Yo, what's up GameLeapers, Coach G's back again, and after weeks of posting multiple champion and update videos, and pro guides ads, which I don't think are going to stop, I'm back with the VOD analysis, and today we're going to be having a gaze at TFBLADE, who is currently rank 4. So naturally, in the next 10 minutes or so, you are going to learn some essential tips that will help you win lane every single time. Now, as we're analyzing TFBLADE's gameplay, I'll also be pointing out common low elo mistakes and explaining them. So this video really does have it all, guys, and if you enjoyed this type of upload, let us know by leaving a like down below. Now, this isn't one of the official tips I'm going to be giving you today, guys, but it should be, and that's to head on over to our website, GameLeap.com. I would love it if you went over to our site and browse over the hundreds of courses, guides, videos we have that have proven to take players from being hard stuck and mocked by their friends in the schoolyard to being top tier and worshipped by their friends and e-girls. If you don't have any friends, guys, don't worry, because on the website, I upload high elo VOD analysis every single day, and I am here for you. Links, as always, in the description and comment section. Right, let's get into it, guys, and we're going to be full on analyzing how TFBLADE plays each level and what he does well and what he could have done slightly better. So when the first wave collides, he looks for a trade with Wukong, which is fine, but Wukong ends up winning it. So what happened? Well, there's a few things I'm not a fan of. Now, I really hope this doesn't end up being 10 minutes of me roasting TFBLADE again, but hey, all I care about is teaching you guys, so I call it worth. Now, in JAX in particular, guys, your passive is a huge part of your kit, right? So each time you auto attack, you gain attack speed. So one way you can really make use of this is to stack your passive by auto attacking creeps and then look to trade. You see how TFBLADE starts a fight with Wukong on 0 passive stacks? If he was to auto the wave, what this does is it gives you the best possible chance of dealing as much damage as you can and winning every trade. And let's not forget that stacking your passive off creeps means that when you start dueling your opponent, you stack Conqueror quicker than I can click skip ad before our videos start. Okay, now TFBLADE does do something good here, guys, and that's auto attacking before using his counter strike, and this is crucial. Lots of players in low elo will use their ability and that's it. There's no auto attack, so what do they miss out on? Damage, that's it. I can feel as if we're starting to get somewhere already. Now, you could argue he should auto attack Wukong and just walk away and hold on to his E. And there are two reasons this is good, so pause the video if you like to try figure it out. Now, the first reason, guys, is because he procs Wukong's bone plating. You see these 3 green symbols around Wukong? Yeah, that's bone plating. And what this means is that for the next 1.5 seconds, TFBLADE's damage is reduced, essentially. Thinking about it, Nate Robinson could have done with a bit of bone plating in that Jake Paul fight. So yeah, you could say after proccing Wukong's bone plating, walk away because you're dealing less damage if you stay and trade. Now, what this would also mean is that you would still have your counter strike, and this is important for JAX because he can negate Wukong's damage when he E's onto him. So as soon as Wukong dashes in, TFBLADE can press E and he auto wins that trade. But TFBLADE has other ideas and overextends big time after using his counter strike, and when it runs out, Wukong dashes in and look at what happens. He gets chunked because he doesn't have his counter strike for Wukong's engage, which is what we were just talking about. So the solution, guys, if you play it like this, is to auto attack and stay in the minion wave. And the big benefit of staying calm and not running through the minions, I mean, this information is groundbreaking, so listen up, is that your counter strike stuns the minions and this de-aggroes them. But even if you auto attack Wukong in his creeps, you can E, and if you stun them, you won't take aggro from them again. But TFBLADE doesn't stun them because he's practically under Wukong's tower, takes more damage as a result, and this could have been even worse if Wukong warded this brush because the minions would keep attacking TFBLADE. Now guys, TFBLADE actually executes what I've been talking about to perfection, and I would know because I'm plat 4 OCE after one placement, but watch this. Wukong E's in, and okay, TFBLADE counter strikes a millisecond too late, so much for perfection, but this is what we just talked about, and even without passive stacks, look how hard he wins this trade when he stuns the enemy minions. They stop attacking him. It's like you erase their memory when you stun them. They're like Dory from Finding Nemo. In fact, from now on, when you see an enemy minion, you see Dory, alright? Now, who would have thought a level 1 would be as detailed as that? But Coach Cheers, what about level 2? Oh, and Stelio, I don't know who Ease is, bro. Did he make videos on this channel, or am I missing something? Alright, so level 2, guys, it starts off with a trade, and is there anything different here? Wukong dashes in, TFBLADE presses E, auto attacks, and I should point out that he disengages. Now, if this was just a 1v1, like there's nothing else on the map except JAX and Wukong, TFBLADE would chase the monkey. But what else is part of his lane? Minions, that's it. And we've already mentioned the minion aggro is legit. You've got to take it into account when you're fighting, right? So if TFBLADE keeps auto-attacking Wukong, yeah, okay, he is stacking his Conqueror and passive, and he has a health advantage, but it's too risky into this wave. So the message I'm sending you here, guys, is that you keep your trade short and sweet unless you have real kill potential, like there is a 100% chance you can blow their summoner spells or just kill them. So the next bit of detail I want to look at is this trade right here. And TFBLADE actually gets really unlucky with this creep block at the end because it puts him in range of Wukong's Z. But yeah, when you have your leap on JAX, you can play really alpha. And this is why, guys, as I pause it, this looks pretty troll, right? TFBLADE jumping into a wave bigger than TFBLADE himself, which, well, isn't really hard, let's be honest. But guys, what can TFBLADE do to stop these minions becoming part of the trade? He can counter-strike and then stun them, that's it. So even when it looks like your only play is to wait for the wave to crash into your tower, I mean, how boring. Knowing this trick allows you to win trades in even the most unlikely circumstances. Riven is another champion you can do this on because of her AoE stun, Gragas with his body slam, Alistair with his pulverize. But again, the key to finishing the trade strong is to walk away once your stun has been used on the creeps because yeah, if you auto attack the enemy champion while you're still in a massive wave, you're toast. We're now into the level 3 analysis, guys, and TFBLADE does the same combo here. As soon as his counter strike is back up, in he goes with his Q, and there are two critical details in this particular sequence. Look at his passive stats. He has an extra 28% attack speed right now, which, as we've established, means more DPS and Conqueror stacks, and that's because he auto-attacks the minions. The second important detail is his Kindred is coming to gank Wukong. But I want to make this clear. TFBLADE isn't winning this lane because his jungler ganks or because he's been ganked. This has been a straight up 1v1 until this point, and we've already covered that much information that proves that junglers are way less of an influence than most people think. Like the difference between someone in Challenger and someone in Diamond or Gold or Bronze isn't because of their jungle tracking. It's because of all of these laning intricacies that they can control and they are aware of them. So if you see your top laner type jungle diff in your chat again, tell them to check out GameLeap.com. That's the one. Let me put it this way, guys. Is TFBLADE winning this lane without Kindred? Of course. Don't get me wrong, that junglers do play a part, but it's a lot smaller than most people think. Now, one little trick for anyone laning against Wukong is that you can stack Conqueror off his W clone. As you can see here, TFBLADE stacks go from 8 to 10. And this is actually really useful when you're dueling him because you can use his clone to your advantage. Most players will just leave it there and run away, but give it an auto attack if you have Conqueror. Now, what would be just as red hot as auto attacking Wukong's clone to stack your Conqueror would be to check out our website GameLeap.com because it is beyond broken. Not from a programming point of view, I'm talking it's free LP broken. But yeah, we already have thousands of members, guys, signed up, so if you want to give yourself the best chance of getting to Challenger, then our courses, our guides, our videos, they are all you need. See what your limits are and click on one of the links down below. Moving on to the level 4 gameplay, guys, and would you believe, when I pause it before TFBLADE jumps on Wukong, this creep wave, what are they? They are all Dories, that's right. So TFBLADE jumps on a Wukong, auto attacks on W's, very standard stuff here, and stuns the wave with his E. He has erased their memories of that aggro, and he can walk out unscathed as a result. Now, you know what's also great about playing fights optimally like this? Even when the enemy jungler ganks, it's hard for them to kill you still. I mean, look at Yone. TFBLADE played it that well that he wasted the enemy jungler's time, and Wukong is probably getting spam ping for not baiting well enough. Now remember that level 1 trade, TFBLADE leading with an auto attack and then using his E. Similar idea here, but he leads with his E and then an auto attack. But what's the real difference? Well, he's not level 1, he's level 4, so he has 2 extra abilities, and the one I want you to think about is his leap. You see, sometimes, guys, saving your jump or your dash or your engage, disengage is better because it's safer. It's like your get out of jail free card. Just a side thought, imagine League of Legends Monopoly, that would be pretty fire. So yeah, after stunning Wukong and the minions, again a very important detail, he jumps out and what can Wukong do? He looks as lost as me looking for the Shaco bus for 11.2, like I still haven't seen them. Can someone let me know what they are? Now guys, thanks so much for watching, I hope you learned a lot, and subscribe to this channel if you're new around here, would love to have you on board, and until tomorrow's video, this has been Coach JAX, peace.